Greetings, Flesh Wound Horror freaks, and welcome to Flesh Wound Horror Live. It is, Todd's already botching. It is our Halloween edition. It's okay.
I should make you take to it and cut this shit out later.
Yeah, right. Everybody's reliving the anger that was Slashtober, which thank you guys for listening.
FYI, my blood pressure is back to normal now. Thank you for all your concerned messages.
There you go. Normal-ish, but the night's young. You never know. You never know how it might.
I never know with you, motherfucker.
You should know, though. You should know. You really should. I was just saying that before.
I don't know. Is there anything tonight that would cause a? I don't know.
I don't know. I just keep staring at that goddamn H2O bullshit.
Well, then fucking put a different mask on.
All right, hold on. I'm fixing it now.
Why do you put that mask on it if it triggers you so much?
It's the mask.
It's the mask it came with. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I can't take it off. I have to put one over it.
I know, but I've never been like that angry at something I've bought.
Well, I'm gonna fucking fix it.
I like that you put the
that's pretty great. So how you motherfuckers doing?
I'm doing well.
I'm having actually a pretty goddamn decent week so far. Yesterday I went through Belphegor. I went through their whole fucking discography, and Jesus Christ, I'm changing my entrance music like immediately.
Nice.
You guys ready?
My jam is Sex Dictator Lucifer.
That was rad, but dude, the fucking Shred for Satan. Oh my god, dude, that fucking song is insane. Yeah. Like, it doesn't even sound like music. It sounds like you're fucking opening up the annals of hell. Like, anybody that's into black metal or death metal, check out Belphegor. They're this Austrian band that's been around since like early 90s, and they're fucking probably one of the hardest bands I've ever heard in my life.
The front man, Helmuth, really cool dude. Love that guy.
Yeah, man. I was telling my girlfriend today, because she's the one. You know what's funny is, like, she's this tiny, like, fucking 5'1" little blonde girl you never think would listen to some crazy shit like this, and then fucking one day she throws this on in their car. I'm like, you fucking like black metal like this? She's like, yeah, I've been listening to this band for 10 years. I'm like,
fuck yeah.
Fucking mind fucking blown. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna be changing my entrance music pretty soon.
Wow. Very cool. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Simone,
I think it's perfect now. I want your opinion. Better?
What the fuck is that? What's on? Oh no! You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch!
Oh,
Corey's in the house, motherfucker.
Why would you sully that?
I fixed H2O. But you know what's good? Is he's like the actual
shit.
size.
Oh, that's fucking lame.
I like that you said it's like life size, like to scale. That made it okay.
It's fucking sacrilege right there.
That is lame.
Didn't you have it dressed up like Roy the other day too?
Yeah, that was like, I was trying to slowly clue you guys in.
On Saturday, Todd, I'm spearing that thing.
Dude, I will have my ass. Dude, we need to get video of Pugs beating this shit out of Corey.
Do you have the double dong from the deathmatch tournament so you can shove it up his ass? I mean,
all right, y'all are going to be wanting a Corey soon enough, motherfuckers. I'm
complete the full thing.
Dan,
Todd, I swear, if I had enough money and they released something like that, I would buy every fucking one and burn it in a YouTube
you know what's actually really fun.
How did you guys not know that was coming? I've been slowly dropping clues.
Damn.
I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna save it because I think I have a good idea for something we can do in December.
Cool. Okay. I'll do something different next week too.
I hope so. I kind of want you to change it now.
Well, yeah, dude, that mask like infuriates me just staring at it.
For a second there, it looked like Jason with Mickey Mouse hat from Fantasia.
You know, here's the funny thing. I was gonna do it last week, but Pugs wasn't here, so because I went to Party City and I bought the mask because I didn't think it would ship in time, just to go buy it to come do this. And then, like, I was like, fuck, Pugs isn't even on tonight. Well, now I'm just going to set it up.
Is it Piz that's giving away one of those? I remember seeing that the other day, and I was just like,
He doesn't want it.
"Fucking who the fuck?" Yeah, I was like, "Who the fuck would sign up to grab one of these goddamn things?"
I did not enter Piz's competition,
It
but I
will be
do believe
sitting right next to my Roy mask.
Oh, Todd.
That pisses me off even worse because you comparing those two movies.
Okay,
is
no.
Also sacrilege.
Okay, there's like 5 is like
Amazing.
yeah. While I do, but I'm saying there's similarities in themes and the reception. That I am saying.
I agree.
I'm happy you're happy, Todd.
Oh no, my happiness comes from the troll.
I know.
I'm just like, dude, I just want to put that thing like straight in the fucking goddamn like wood chipper or some shit.
Yeah, crowd surf it to the wood chipper after you butt fuck.
See, we need we need that. Like, if we ever do a Halloween show for UEW again, you need to just like bring that thing out, and have me just beat the fuck out of it.
He sells for like $1,000 on fucking eBay. You guys ain't touching my goddamn.
Okay, we could just put somebody in the mask then.
Okay, that we can do.
Cody Cunningham does not sell for $1,000.
You know his last name?
Well, I know he
H2O.
normally says Rhodes. I'm shocked he fucked up his gimmick.
H2O sells for $1,000. That will be in like the biggest fucking discount bin in the world.
Which is funny
Spirit will
because
just throw it
H2O
in
has
there.
H2O also has an imposter in him.
This is true.
So
I don't
Fucking
even
move
know.
on to happier things, dude. We've spent like 7 minutes on fucking Corey.
Well, I was segueing into Bert.
Cody. No, Corey. See, Audie, fucking goddamn it, Dan's fucking me up. All right.
I was segueing to Burt Young dying, which I wasn't aware of.
Oh, I
but
didn't
it's
even
been
hear that.
busy today.
You can chill with Joe
Yeah.
Spinell now.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
The angels are not safe. Are no longer safe.
I just hope the robot's there waiting for him.
Blood
Did
Beach.
he die of something? Like was
Old.
sick or
Old age.
just old? Okay, he wore out.
Old as fuck. I saw him.
Good
at
way to
Shudder.
go.
Okay,
Yeah.
Rocky is where I know him from. I just had to do a quick look.
Yeah,
'cause
that
I
was-
had no clue what the fuck you were talking about.
Yeah, that's why I did the Spinell thing because they were both.
He's up there with
I-
Mick and yeah.
I saw that. Well, I didn't pick up the first one, and I'm not missing the new Maniac comics that are coming out from Vinegar
Ooh.
Syndrome.
Yeah,
Black Friday.
I have the first set, and it has the first like I guess omnibus or whatever the fuck. It's technically not omnibus. Well, I guess it kind of is. Whatever. I have the fucking first thing that has all of them, and
Right.
the Maniac versus New York Ripper portion is so fucking cool. It makes me wish that New York Ripper was wearing a fucking duck mask the whole time. Like that would be perfect.
Are they have they put out the like hardcover omnibus yet for that?
Well, it's not a hardcover, but it's like here I can
Like
actually.
a collection, like a volume.
Like with everything?
For the Vinegar Syndrome one that's coming out, Dan, just think a slip box. That's basically
Yeah,
what it
because
is.
that's what that's what mine is. It's like a box that comes over
Yeah.
the thingy. But then the
yeah.
actual comic itself is.
I have the original zombie release.
Yeah, I need to get the zombie ones. I think they did a From Beyond one too.
Did they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah, they may have. I just kept forgetting about Ibon Press before. Now it's like, oh, okay, I can catch up through Vinegar Syndrome.
Well, no, you can't really catch up. I mean, you got to like buy them immediately because they sell out immediately.
Yeah.
So
We'll see.
Zombies already long gone. That went the first day last year.
Well, I had the original release of that.
But what I'm saying is, if you want it, you got to grab it right when the site goes live.
Yeah. There's
You
a
know
lot
what
of
I'm
books
still
for sale
you
now.
know what I'm still fucking waiting on? My Psycho Gorman comics from like
Are you
fucking-
really?
Dude, the fucking shit for that started in like I think like it was like February of 21. I still have and I still update you, but like motherfucker, dude, I should have had these goddamn things like over a year and a half ago.
I still get that from one company. I'm not allowed to say.
Dude, it really pisses me off because like they've dick teased us all year about this like us finally getting them. Like
This October.
not even like they didn't even have a set date.
Just this
They
year.
would just put out something like coming. They're currently being pressed right now, like fucking 6 months ago. Where the fuck are they, motherfuckers? I want my goddamn Psycho Gorman comics.
There you go. Or else.
Better throw in PG himself at this fucking point. Like,
maybe you can get that mask to replace that fucking dork that you have in the background, Todd.
You call it a dork?
It is.
I mean,
it bothers me looking at it.
You can take out Michael Myers.
Oh, you son of a!
If this was Slashtober and it was
I am not telling you.
Corey to Michael Myers head to head,
that is Bloom Myers.
You just ignited like the most anger I've had probably since that show.
Fucking
You
behave.
son of a bitch. Yeah,
I don't disagree. Bloom Myers, Cody put his balls right on his
doesn't
chin.
matter, Dan. You can't separate the Myers.
I can too, Todd.
God,
Choose your
I'm
own
getting
adventure.
fucking PTSD right now. Let's fucking move on.
Oh,
All
wait.
right.
Might as well since I just got
Pickaxe
this in the
too.
mail.
Guy.
I know, I'm poking the bear.
I finally got one of my Cauldron Films orders in. Just figured might as well. I posted it on Instagram, but I got Frankenstein 80 in, some Franco Nero top line. Should make sure. No titties. Right there. I got the City of the Living Dead, Gates of Hell 4K, finally.
Yeah, I really wish I would have picked that up.
Fucking love that movie.
Last
Me too,
match.
dude. That's the Gates of Hell is like my favorite.
I'm glad we got a Hatman
out
in
of
the middle.
trilogy.
You know, you could have unboxed Dan, and you could have got.
Yeah, you could unbox when Todd opened his box.
I thought of it, but then I was like,
And
shit,
no,
I
but
already
before we
opened it.
went on air, I literally said I got an unboxing coming up.
I already unboxed it, so it's too late. And
You're not
Phantom.
understanding. That was cool though.
Yeah, no, it's a good.
I hope Quark pisses on all of them.
Quark's pretty good. Quark doesn't piss. Cats might
He's
destroy
gonna shit
it,
on it.
He's gonna you watch that Rob Black show with the body talking about the cat shit on the Shawn Michaels DVD, right?
Wait, what?
Well, I don't want to get too off topic, but one of the Rob Black show.
Quark that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
I must have missed that one.
yeah, no, it was a good one. It was Prime the Body. But we got anything else before we get into?
Yeah,
what
I'm
we're
not
doing
trying to have
tonight?
another 3-hour show.
No,
Dude,
What the
it's
fuck, guys?
yeah, we're 15 minutes in, and we've talked
All right.
about Corey, cat shit, and fucking
Belphegor.
DVDs. Oh, and Belphegor. So
Belphegor, yeah. Make more diverse tags. But with that being said, let's get right into the action with some Halloween goodness. A highly anticipated movie, Dark Harvest, from director David Slade, and based on the Norman Partridge novella from 2006. And in this one, in a small Midwestern town, a deadly annual ritual unfolds when the mythical nightmare Sawtooth Jack rises from the cornfields and challenges the town's teenage boys in a bloody battle of survival called The Run. All right, Kruger, hot tag. I know. Well, real quick though, before I tag you in, like I said, this is based on the 2006 Dark. Hold on one second. Yeah, here we go. I got it.
Novella.
Dark Harvest novella right here from Norman Partridge. And I'll talk a little bit. I have read it.
you
and
said
I'll-
it was 06?
2006 was the Cemetery Dance hardcover.
I swear to God, I feel like I may have read this because as I was watching the movie, it reminded me of a book I read in school, but I couldn't think of the book. So maybe I did end up reading this back when I was in like middle school or something.
It blew up pretty big and around that time, so you very well may have. I could be mistaken, but I swear to God, even some Halloween stores had copies of it at one point. So, yeah, It definitely.
You may be right, actually. I swear to God, like it's like a part of my brain that I haven't used in forever. I'm like starting to remember. I think I actually did read this book and remember when it like blew the fuck up.
Yeah, no, it did, and I'll talk a little bit about that. But this director, if you're unaware, also directed 30 Days a Night, Hard Candy,
Yeah, I love that.
Black Mirror Bandersnatch.
I actually haven't watched Bandersnatch. I need to watch it now.
I got to catch up too. But Kruger, Dark Harvest, what did you think?
Well, again, 30 Days a Night is one of my favorite vampire movies of all fucking time. So I was very excited hearing this was coming from the same director. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did think the first like half hour of this was a little boring. But goddamn, after that like first half hour, does it pick the fuck up in the most amazing, brutal fucking way possible? But before I get into, because I did love this, but before I get into everything, I do want to say, and this is the first time I felt this way about something in a really long time, but I feel like this would have worked so much better as a miniseries on Netflix. I think there was some stuff in the story that wasn't expanded upon as much as it could have been. And I just feel like all the character development and stuff would have flowed a lot better if we would have got like 6 episodes of this instead of just, an hour and a half long movie. And fingers crossed that can eventually happen, because I do think this would be a really fucking goddamn killer TV show. But I really, really enjoyed the fuck out of this. I mean, the creature itself is like a mixture between Pumpkinhead and Sam from Trick or Treat, and it's just fucking badass. Not to mention he's a scarecrow too on top of it, so you don't get a lot of scarecrow killers in horror movies nowadays, and I thought that was really cool to fucking see. And I mean, from that 30 minutes in on, there is some absolutely fantastic kills with just buckets of fucking gore. Grant, there is some heavy CG in some of the kill sequences, but it's mixed with practical gore, so it looks a lot better. And just because of how brutal everything is, it made me forgive some of the CG. Like I'm kind of like that with The Boys too, because The Boys like does the same thing. It's practical, but with CG kind of painted over it. And because of how brutal that shit is, I usually just don't mind. And this was one of those cases.
Keep the energy when you watch Spartacus, please.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm more forgiving with TV shows too on that. It's weird. But back to the movie, like fantastic kills. That jaw ripping scene was like so fucking goddamn epic, and it had my fucking jaw dropped on the goddamn floor. And the only thing I'll say is the ending does feel very rushed. And again, I just think it should have been a series, because it wouldn't have been that case where it would have had more time to kind of let things settle in. But still, this was a goddamn great film. I had an awesome time with it. I can definitely see myself every Halloween revisiting this, because it puts you right in that Halloween spirit. And if you're a gorehound, you love Halloween like all of us, or you've maybe read the book back in the day, I definitely say hit play. This is one to seek out, and it's totally worth the VOD price too, because I don't really think we've had anything else this year, at least so far, that's put me in the Halloween spirit the way this movie did. So it gets a big fucking thumbs up for me. And my top 10 at the end of the year is going to be a little difficult now, because we are starting to get some more heavy hitters in there. I don't know if this will make my top 10, but if it doesn't, it's right on the cusp. And
an honorable mention.
Yeah.
Fucking count me in with Kruger here. I love this movie. I thought it was excellent. It feels very Halloween-y, which is awesome, especially around this time. I love the colors of this movie. It's dark and bright, but it's hard bright. So, like, I don't want to say it's like Dick Tracy, but it feels like a comic like brought to life, which is really very, very, very cool. I love the way the creature looked, all sucked up and gross, and also he's got a pumpkin for a face. I fucking love pumpkins. One gripe, but this is not just this movie; it's all movies. The cast doesn't need to be the fucking United Nations. Like, I had a hard time believing that part, but I'm gonna go with it. I like the town. Yeah, all the rules and the lore of this universe here, very, very cool, and I wouldn't be opposed to getting more. I really enjoyed it.
Nice, Todd.
For Todd.
Pass.
Needed more Corey.
That's all right. So Dark Harvest. So yeah, I did read the book. It's been several years, but from what I remember, very close to this. The big thing is the ending, which of course I'm not going to give away, but things go a little bit differently with the dad in the book. I'll say that much. And the movie is more set up for a potential sequel more so than the book. So the ending's kind of like the big thing. That's where it really kind of changes. Now there's probably, I haven't watched any reviews much on this yet. I've heard from a couple people and it's positive so far. There were some criticisms of the book that I could also see being issues in the movie, namely not really giving too much background on the run or the why, with some characters. Again, very similar to the book. It's pretty close from what I remember. Watching this, I'm not sure why this was shelved for like over 3 years. Like, this was supposed to come out a long time ago now. So I'm really not sure, because when I watched it, I was like, man, this gives off perfect Halloween vibes. In fact, that's the biggest strength of this movie, is the Halloween aesthetic. It looks and bleeds Halloween. I think the creature is fantastic. I believe they refer to the creature as the October Boy in the book, although I think they called him Sawtooth Jack too. But there's a little bit more in the book, I think, on some characters, as you would expect, because of course it is a book. But this one really captures that Halloween feel, which I'm sure is going to make it one of the more popular films of the year for many, many people. I thought the gore was fantastic. I like this sort of 1963 alternate worlds that they were kind of setting up. I thought it was much more authentic to the time than recent films that we've watched, including Pet Sematary Bloodlines, which I don't think did a very good job of that at all, where everybody felt modern. I love the storm cellar scene. I thought that was really, just the way they did that was really cool. And also, this is a Scarecrow film, and certainly up there with some of the best Scarecrow movies, if not probably for a lot of people, the best. Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. But maybe this is up there with William Wesley's Scarecrows from 88. Possibly. I liked it. I like this one a lot. There are some characters that are a little bit one-dimensional, and like I said, any complaints that I have about it are pretty minor, because this hit the right spot for Halloween. I think 99% of you are going to absolutely love this, but a little frustrating it just in the fact that I think there's a couple small things they could have done, once again, that might have improved upon the book and the movie. The book also had a lot of criticism over its sort of second person narrative that it was doing. Some people didn't gel with that, but overall, this is a great one to watch for Halloween. It'll probably be a yearly watch for a lot of horror fans, and I see no reason that it should have taken 3 years to give this to us. Todd, You ready?
You're muted.
You're
buddy.
muted.
Also, Swaggy G said after seeing the review of When Evil Lurks, he went to go see it. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah,
awesome.
dude.
Yeah, that is amazing. Unfortunately, I am the turd in the punch bowl on this one. I didn't like it.
Oh,
I
curious
didn't like.
why.
See, I thought they all stuck out for the time period. I'm not a huge fan of the time period in general.
You don't like Grease?
No.
Oh,
I
thought-
did like the look and design of the creature, but that and the gore wasn't enough for me to care. I do kind of see why it's set for 3 years, because I don't even now the studio doesn't really know how to market it, and that's why it just got dumped on, streaming. So
Yeah.
even the Halloween stuff, it didn't connect with me. It didn't make me feel like Halloween. So I don't know. It just
didn't hit you.
it didn't. And I don't know. I was excited for it. But yeah, unfortunately, I was not a fan.
Oh,
I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I'm
me too.
surprised.
the time period thing, I think,
I do think that has a lot to do with it. I've been looking for a reason to. Yeah, I don't know.
A little more fire hose would have went a long way, right, Todd?
Yeah, I thought this one would be universal. I mean, like I said, I have a few issues. I think this will be one of everybody's favorite of the year. It's not for me, but man, does it hit perfectly those autumn vibes. There's a couple character decisions too that I had issues with. I think this one's going to be widely overlooked though, and everybody's going to love it because I don't know, man, the creature stuff. This is some of the best creature action that I've seen in a very long time. You know what? It just reminded me, and it didn't even hit me when I was watching it, but you know what would be a great double with this one? And I don't know if anybody remembers the movie. Damn. Okay.
I'm
well,
being a dick. Where the fuck did my red thing go?
2010's The Violent Kind. It was a movie from the Butcher Brothers, who kind of looked like they were going to be a thing at the time.
Wait,
Tiffany Shepard.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to give it away, but
You know
yeah,
what stood
like
out to me in that? Fucking Joan, what's the main guy? The main bad guy? Oh, fuck.
In the violent one.
Yeah. Anyway, his fucking jean jacket was like short sleeves, wasn't cut off or long sleeve. That stood out to me. I'm like, this guy is ballsy.
The Violent Kind. I'm sorry if I said violent one. Violent Kind from the Butcher Brothers. Yeah, that one also kind of goes into these sort of 60s. It really, like I said, really well thought out movie. Which I
will say The Violent Kind is better than this one, but I see what you mean.
Yeah, I
like that one more.
I can see why you would say that. That one though is not like a Halloween set film, so it doesn't have that going for it. But nobody talks about that one, and that is worth going out of your way to see. So yeah. Well, this one isn't exactly the love fest that I thought it would be, but I think all of you are most of you, not Todd, will absolutely love this film. And I'm curious, anybody
you
on
could
the
watch
chat?
it down the line in a different mood, and maybe it would change. Would you give it a second chance, Todd? Not anytime soon, obviously.
Now you ask me, no. That first 30 minutes, I don't even want to try to attempt to get through that again.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
Okay. Well, there you go. We're a diverse group of dudes. So there you go. Todd's the turd in the punch bowl.
Shall we rate it, Dan?
Yeah, let's go ahead and rate it. So not perfect, but goddamn, even with the warts, I still consider this an awesome time. I am 4 stars.
out of 5.
Out of 5, yes.
Count me in on the 4 out of 5, and there's also probably some room to grow. We'll see how this holds up in future Halloween watches.
Fucking A. I'm 4 out of 5 as well. Mr. Todd.
Well, cut that in half, and I'm going to give it a 2.
All right.
There you go. There you go. I wonder with the studios if it was an issue where it's like, we might be a little bit more behind this if it was PG-13.
That
Yeah.
could probably have played an issue, but also you have to remember the studios, like it's been going through because it's MGM. So there's kind of like that turnover with the Amazon purchase. So a lot of, so what could have been a 6-month delay turned into a 3-year, you know what I mean? Because there was all that studio stuff going on.
Sorry, muted myself. Yeah, that's possible. I don't know. It's one of those movies. Like, man, get some marketing behind it, and I think it would have done very well. Double it up with Cobweb.
Slip through the cracks, man. You know, legal stuff and
Yeah.
shit happens.
So you got to make room for pieces
There's
of
no
shit.
stars.
Bloom projects like Exorcist Believer.
There's no stars. I can see why studios like,
Yeah. Well, you do get Ezra Buzzington and Jeremy Davies. So some great character actors.
No stars.
Thank you.
Todd
He
said.
just doesn't fucking hear the words that
Jeremy
people say.
Davies starred in
You even
Spanking
said
the Monkey in
character actor.
1994. Spanking the Monkey equals
Okay.
box office.
Yeah, you start in Ghoulish Tales. It doesn't mean shit, Dan.
That would definitely get you $1 billion domestic for sure. But
Yeah.
anyways, I could play Sawtooth Jack. You could see some beard sticking out of the pumpkin mask. See, awesome. Anyways, I'm still distracted, Todd. I'm so angry that I have to look at that fucking abomination over your
I'm gonna
shoulder.
bring you. Would you rather me just wear the goddamn mask? I
Yeah.
know what I'm being for Halloween.
Every episode it just gets an
my
inch closer and closer until
Unfortunately, I can't because I got to tip the camera up every time. That's close. See, I'm way fucking lower than normal.
You can do a YouTube short where you just like bend over your Michael Myers in a cave somewhere. Just go down to some cave in California. Just there you go. While you're at it, put the mask on him and toss it off of that same cliff that no, I'm not going there. Never mind. Moving on to our next.
I love that it irritates you. I was just going to do it one show. Now it's.
It is. I'm like losing my.
You say that
train of
365 days a year now. God damn it!
Get a little head bust on the side so it's closer.
Put a Christmas
Fuck
hat
you,
on
Dan,
him.
on it. Yeah.
losing my train of thought because it is distracting. But up next from Shudder and director Brandon Christensen, The Puppet Man. So in this one, the Puppet Man, a convicted killer on death row, always maintained his innocence and that it was an evil force controlling his body as he slaughtered his victims. Now, Michael, the killer's daughter, begins to suspect that there may be some truth to her father's claims when those around her begin to die in increasingly brutal ways. She must try and break the curse of the Puppet Man before all her loved ones are killed. All right, so Puppet Man, Pugs, I know you popped when we had our kind of sort of audio cameo from last podcast on the left. At the beginning.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
to speak on that, not to get too in the weeds here, but Ben Kissel, I am with you, and I don't believe her, so I'm backing you.
I don't
Ben
know what
Kissel had
that's
to leave the
about.
show because of some domestic bullshit that I don't buy, but whatever. Ben Kissel, I love you.
Well, now you have to fill
Hot
me in. 'Cause
take.
I'm
I'll tell you after.
like 200 episodes behind.
And it's upsetting, but whatever.
Some hot takes.
But yes, I did pop. I did pop hard. It's like, oh, and then because he's no longer there. Fucking bitch.
The opinions of Pugs Dread are only.
Yeah, those are mine, and they don't represent the Flesh Wound crowd.
Yes. I don't know what happened, so I don't know.
Yeah, neither do I.
Do I need to cut that, Pugs?
Pleading the fifth.
So the Puppet Man. So this director actually is a Shudder veteran. He did Superhost, Z.
Which one was Superhost?
It's the one where that social media influencer rents the house and I can't remember the exact.
Oh, is that
dog
the
in the
alien
beginning?
one I loved?
No, that's Seed. I think.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
no.
don't remember that one either.
Yes.
Dan Grimm, I've seen them 3 times. Fuck yeah.
Superhost.
Nice. You saw it. We reviewed it. Z.
The slasher with the crazy bitch. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember now. Yeah, that was solid.
Yeah, and Stillborn, which I don't know if that was Shudder, but those are.
I didn't see that one. And you said, what was the other one you said? Z?
Z. That was like
That was like the entity one, right?
I don't remember exactly. I remember it being decent, and I liked Superhost, but I can't remember.
Yeah. Z's the entity in the fucking dark one. Yeah, I remember not liking Z, but liking the other films that you mentioned.
Yeah. So Puppet Man. So there's certain elements of this that are kind of been there, done that. It does. It hurts. What hurts it is there's a lot of unlikable characters, tons of horror tropes thrown in here, the library investigation scene, and there's some clunky dialogue too. Yet at the same time, I think when we're in the main action with the Puppet Man and the dad, I was actually pretty engaged. You can predict just about every beat, the ending you see from a mile away. So this is kind of a 50-50 scenario for me, but there's some really good atmosphere and some nice mean-spirited kills that I thought were really effective. Nothing like super over the top necessarily, but I did enjoy that. Yet then some of the characters would just have some random conversation. I was like, fuck. Like, I wish the characters were a little bit stronger. This movie made me want there to be a redo. It kind of reminds me of like early pre-one-liner Nightmare on Elm Street in a way, even though there's not that.
I can see that.
Physical and well, sure, but I'm saying it's in that vein. There's not that, physical sort of threat Freddy character, but that's kind of how I would picture it.
It would have been cool if it did have a Freddy. Because, like, I think that are you done, Dan? Because I can just go straight.
I pretty much just the highs. At times, I feel like I'm watching, like, oh man, I'm actually kind of into this, and then it's just the characters and some of the writing just kind of knocks it down several pegs, to be honest. But
I think my biggest issue for this movie, I also absolutely hated the characters. I felt like every single character was actually super unlikable other than the main character. But then, like, she kind of takes a turn for the worse towards the end. So then I was just like, I don't like any of these motherfuckers. I just want to see people get killed cool. And it does service that. But I think if we did have like an actual physical entity that we saw in the movie, I would have loved it a lot more. And I did like it. It's a solid Final Destination ripoff. That's basically where I would categorize it. But yeah, the characters just were really fucking shitty. And then like that opening scene was so good, but then like there's like a good 20 minutes where I felt like nothing was fucking happening. And like, granted, we're learning about the character and stuff, but it just wasn't engaging with me at all. But as a whole, Shudder this year for me, I think has been really, really weak. And this is definitely one of the better Shudder movies I've seen of the year. And it's something I would rewatch. I'd watch again too and revisit it. Not anytime soon, but maybe a few years down the line. But as it stands right now, I think it's just above average. And that's mainly because it has some good kills and good gore. I mean, the weight room kill sequence.
I thought you might be mad that they didn't focus in on it a little more, but that was cool.
I mean,
they gave us enough, man.
They gave us enough. Cool. I mean, even if it was out of focus, I mean, it looked fucking disgusting. So, and the also the fire kill going on at the same time kind of helped it because, like, one, you were getting like a full visual of this person's face getting set on fire, and then the other one, maybe it was a little out of focus, but them both going on at the same time I thought was pretty cool, and that was definitely the highlight of the whole movie for me. But then the ending, like, and I agree with you, like where the story goes is so fucking predictable. Like, immediately when I found out this girl was locked in a basement, like, that's one of the biggest horror tropes I feel like that gets used nowadays is like, well, they play them off as a victim, but they're really locked in the basement for a reason. And like that, I saw that coming fucking, 10 miles or 10 miles away. And like, as a whole, the movie may not like hold up for everybody, but I think if you do like the Final Destination movies, this kind of gives you a little bit of that spirit. So that's probably why I liked it so much. And granted, Final Destination ain't fucking holy ground for me or anything like that, but I do have fun with those movies, and watching people die various creative ways is always a fun time for me. So I liked it, but it doesn't get my full stamp of approval because it's flawed as fuck and also a little bit boring at times.
Daily Ghost, we are talking about The Puppet Man, now streaming on Shudder. I'm kind of I guess in the middle of both of you, because I think it's fine, but it doesn't like break any new ground. I wouldn't like recommend you have to go see it immediately. But if you do like the Final Destination films, you should definitely check this out. They have a lot in common. Because I got really excited at a certain part when this chick started walking in a certain direction, and like never seen that way go out. So I guess that's new ground. But after that, it went back to paint by the numbers, which is not always a bad thing. But what hurt this for me was the lack of visual representation. You called Puppet Man. Give me a Puppet Man.
Yeah. you wanted Freddy over there,
just hopping her off the building.
Yeah.
Just give us one of those, just
for real. But my favorite scene is the weightlifting. I did get it. That was fucking cool. This movie's just okay. I thought I would like it more after the one scene I talked about the chick walking, but then it just kind of sauntered off. I'm like,
it had potential. It really did. That's
I was trying not to say that, but yeah, they did leave a lot on the table. Like, you could do so much. And I don't want to judge off what you could have done, because I want to judge what you did, but it wasn't enough.
The burning scene was very effective, like not being able to move while you're, on
getting
fire.
Sound fucking fire,
yeah.
That was pretty well done. But 50-50. Like I said, that's the problem with this one. Todd, did you enjoy The Puppet Man?
I did. I'm with Kruger, because every time there's a new Shudder one, I'm at the point I'm like, ugh.
I'm starting to get that way. Like you guys were like that a few years ago. I think like it started probably in like 2021-ish. You guys started like really dreading
I've
Shudder
been the
movies.
longest.
And
I love Shudder. I think
I love it too, but I mean
originals. Yeah.
But the originals have really gone down to shitter in the last couple of fucking years. I mean, there was a time where I would like seriously look for every time there was a new Shudder movie, it would be fucking on my TV that night. And it's turned into like, I look at it, I look at what the directors do, and then I fucking either go, or I go, maybe this will be all right. It's never like excitement anymore for me, other than like VHS.
Well, when Evil Lurks drops on Shudder, the 27th.
Mandatory. Fucking mandatory.
Yes. Yeah. Watch that with Terrified, guys. You won't be sorry. That'll be a great.
Hell, do a triple with Satanic Hispanics.
Oh yeah,
is that streaming yet?
I don't know.
I know it's streaming soon on Streambox. I don't think it's actually dropped yet. Because I feel like we'd be inundated in the
not
community.
Yet. Not yet.
All the hatred.
No, I don't know if it has. I'm looking on IMDb to see if it has an official release date.
But probably won't be long.
I want to say it's like the weekend before Halloween, but
it doesn't say a release date. So
no. That's
seek that one out too.
Yeah,
though.
That's a must. That's not that's 100% Flesh Wound seal of approval.
Oh yeah.
Wait, hold on. We're talking about Satanic Hispanics or When Evil Lurks?
When Evil Lurks.
Okay.
Oh, I was talking about Satanic.
I do not.
No, Bugs didn't like. Yeah. The other.
No, I know. But that's what I was talking about. That didn't have a release date.
Oh no, that part. But the seal of approval I said was for.
Goddamn, confusing me, Todd.
When Evil Lurks fucking rocks. Todd, what'd you think about this movie?
I know. I like I said, I loved it. I mean, there's nothing else to say. It did give those Nightmare on Elm Street vibes. But I can get where you wanted more though from it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
It's early Nightmare on Elm Street, which is kind of good for me. But unfortunately,
without the fucking
yeah, you can't keep saying that, Dan. It's more of like Final Destination, Nightmare on Elm Street.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Just it has
yeah.
that vibe, which I kind of was.
I get what he
disappointed.
means, but yeah, it's definitely
You
could have had a
could
fucking puppet man or puppet person. These people that we bring, the cast
Puppet
would not
Man.
appreciate assuming the gender.
Puppet Man 2. You will get it. Todd will be happy. It'll be played by Kevin Gage, and
oh well, fuck yeah.
he'll be in every scene.
Come on, Demon, give us the Chaos 2 sequel we want. Just I don't care if you killed them off. If they were gonna make a Last House on the Left 2, just do that script.
Everybody freezes and they just start pissing themselves in unison.
So Kevin Gage is the guy who plays Chaos.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dude,
the good Gage.
I think
good Gage.
This guy.
You squeeze the slip cover, and then the lead characters just start pissing.
They look similar, except one's cooler.
Well,
They-
dude, Chaos always reminded me of Corp for some reason. Like he
I
like
can see that.
gave me strong Corp vibes. So when I watched
Good
that
gimmick.
movie, I was just yelling left, 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 right, left, throw them up, and fucking why he's fucking cutting one big hole. Like
Corporal Robinson, if you're wondering who Corp is.
Big shout out.
I love
Yes.
that motherfucker.
Ah,
Yeah.
God damn it. Ben, you had to go and ruin. I finally watched that. Okay, hold on. Last House 2, but sequel to the remake, please. No, don't ruin it.
The cleanup of the microwave.
I did rewatch it. See, I was gonna. I'm not tipping my opinion, but I did rewatch it. If you guys want me to give my opinion on that, I'll do that on Patreon because I don't think
Yeah.
I can talk.
We should just do a Last House franchise.
Let's
show.
rate this one though.
next
I have
month
to
for my
average it.
birthday.
I have to average it
November.
out. I have to average it out 2.5 stars. I wish I could go higher, but it's a good one-time watch if nothing else. This one could have been more than what it was.
I am 3 out of 5. I say check it out, but also know like it's not the best movie in the world. But if you're a gore hound, there's stuff there for you.
Yes.
I'm gonna round down because this is really like a 2 3/4, but 2.5. That's where I'll give it out of 5.
I'm with Kruger. I'm 3 out of 5 also.
Cool. All right. Moving on to our next film.
What are we on? Our third film?
Yes.
Yeah.
We got to add mutant gophers into the mix. You know, it's not a show without
Are they
mutant
ninjas?
gophers. They're not ninja. Well, no, there
No,
might
they
have
have
been a gopher.
PTSD. Anyway.
So Caddy Hack from director Anthony Catanese. And in this film, a struggling golf course suffers from a string of caddy murders at the paws of pesticide-mutated gophers, while the greedy owner of the facility tries to cover up the carnage, and an unhinged groundskeeper wages an all-out war on the vicious vermin. So this is from Wild Eye Releasing, and this director we reviewed not too long ago. He did the Streets Are Watching segment of High Fear, which actually I think was probably the best segment of that movie. And all right, so first off, I should probably say, as you would expect with the title like Caddy Hack, very silly movie, very, very silly vibe to this one. It's total comedy. Needless to say, don't expect like any kind of like normal horror film. With that being said, I surprisingly actually kind of liked it.
Of course
You
you
have-
fucking did, you asshole.
You have to be in the right mood. When they broke out into the musical number, which is what was it? Balls Deep in Love, I believe was the name.
Which
of
the
song.
Blu-ray features a sing-along version where you can all sing along with it. We may have to make that Flesh Wound official.
Did you sing with it, Todd?
Balls Deep in Love, and it's like a love montage.
Zombie
and
says written for Broadway.
Story of my life.
Balls Deep in Love.
Hey, you may have a new song for you and the lady. You never know. I'll send it over your way.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll serenade her with it.
There you go. The owner of the golf course is basically Donald Trump. They don't call him Donald, but
You're making me want to watch it though.
Don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Don't.
with this. You could
There-
handle. Yeah, I'm not gonna even. Go
there
with
is there is a scene where a gopher just goes right in the pussy when he kills somebody.
See, I know Kruger's thinking it.
the Bill Murray character kind of sort of is this guy Hambone.
He's more like the Dan Aykroyd Caddyshack 2 character.
Maybe
Could have been Dan
closer to
Shine.
that.
Could have
I
been.
like how this movie, like I said, some people will think this is fucking stupid and they can't handle more than 5 minutes of it. I can see Pugs. We'll get to it. But I don't know. It hit me right. It made me laugh more often than not. And I won't lie, like at the beginning, I was kind of
At
like,
or with Dan?
I laughed. I just
At
laughed
it or with it?
with it,
Oh my
Pugs,
God,
with
you're
it.
disgusting.
This
Uh,
movie
now,
knows it's bad. It knows what it's
And-
doing.
Here's the thing, though. Like we've talked a lot about meme movies. Sometimes that any thought that went into the movie just went into the premise and the poster art, and the movie itself just feels throwaway. I can tell a lot of love went into this one. I mean, like I said, they actually have a song in here that's pretty good and fucking hilarious. Some of the different gophers, which are just like little sock puppets, pretty much. All of that, it hit me right. What can I say? You could double this up with Weasels Rip My Flesh. It's an obscure one, but might be one to double it up with, I suppose. Or Meet the Feebles. I'm not saying it's Meet the Feebles level. It is not. But that's one you could kind of like pop on with this.
To give you an example, the last credit of the movie is basically says, "Congratulations, you made it through. You earned yourself a beer." So it knows what it is.
It does know what it is. It really does. And I don't know. You have to be in the right kind of mood for it. I might have reviewed this a different day where I just wasn't feeling it at all, but I enjoyed it. It made me laugh. I mean, you got fucking Trump getting hit with like pesticide and just for like,
family secret recipe.
some of the scenes just like go on forever, and it's more funny than annoying. Like when he's just sitting there getting sprayed in the mouth by the pesticide, and the scene just keeps going on and on. I don't know, made me laugh. There's also a dance off where somebody's head just randomly explodes like in Scanners. It's stupid. I like
This
it.
is a movie I want Ozzy to watch because I just know how he never will. So calm down, Dan.
Oh,
I just know how insane
Pickle
the
this
moment
pickle.
that musical number hits, it would drive him. He still gets mad at Once Bitten for the random dance scene.
They're at a prom. He can fuck up with that.
He hated that movie. It was weird.
I'm gonna cut his hair off.
Oh, Pudge, I know a scene you had to laugh. Did you laugh when they go to the school for advice on how to kill the
God damn it,
gophers?
Dan. You know you're not supposed to say that. God damn it.
50, 30,
I know.
40. Okay. Of course.
sorry.
Look, there's a lot of things that kept me from absolutely hating this movie and hating the time. Like this is really short bus friendly for me, but I can't approve,
God
man.
damn it.
I
54.
worked
I don't
around
even
it.
care anymore. Fuck it. I'm done. We're not getting monetized.
Anyway,
God's
But-
quitting.
there
Hold on, there's a
are
gimmick.
things that keep me from giving it absolutely like no. Please stand by. No, I don't like this. I don't love it. There's very minimal things keeping me from hating it, but it just kept me laughing at it, not with it at certain points to where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna shut this off. I never really shut off movies anyway, but like every now and again I do feel the urge. There is something charming about this, so I can't deny that. But will I watch this again? Absolutely fucking not. If there's a sequel, will I check it out? Out of morbid curiosity, yeah.
It would not be worse than Caddyshack 2. So
But Yeah, this is a movie I saw.
Did you laugh when the Gophers were trying to
I
buy
laughed
beer?
a lot, Dan, but not for the right reasons, dude.
Hey, whatever works. I'm sure they're happy with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I did. It hit me right. It's stupid. Anybody going into this or anybody that watches the trailer kind of knows what they're getting into. So.
It's just weird how lenient you are with some things, Dan. Like it
least
tickles
I'm
your
thinking-
Says the guy who doesn't like Return of the Living Dead. So we're all our own people.
Yeah.
We all have
Hey, man, don't you attack my boy fucking personally.
I'm just
Thank you.
saying there's some things that don't make sense. Maybe you put
But I'm not
Yeah,
lenient
yeah,
on
you know
that
what fucking
movie.
doesn't make sense? You two motherfuckers liking that piece of shit.
No, that makes perfect sense.
What
Time
piece
out.
of shit?
Save that.
What are we talking-
I got to find one with the higher.
Thank you
blood.
for having my back, Kruger. It's cool. I'm just pointing out that Dan, you're lenient at times for stupid movies,
Well,
and then
that-
like when movies are like just okay, you're all shit all over it.
Now we know.
Get the shit, pugs.
Bloom
Good.
has got to make a Killer Gopher movie, and then maybe I'll like it. You throw a Killer Gopher in there, and that
It
hits.
pops out of
How many tits were
Richard
in this
Gere.
movie?
There were
I
no
don't know.
titties in this.
I'm
no
shocked.
titties.
You
but
think
there's-
Dan could have went this long on the review and not mentioned the titties? Come on,
So that's-
you know better.
That tells you it's special. I was okay
Yeah,
even with
short
that.
by special.
Would it have been better with titties? The answer is always yes.
There might have been some sock puppet titties that we missed because
You know what was awesome with puppets? Gen V.
Oh, yes.
Kruger, are you up to date on that?
No, dude, I haven't started it yet. I need to get on it.
Okay, but
Dude,
puppets, dude.
Yeah,
No, no,
there's
no.
so much-
It is on the level of the boys.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Dude, there's just so much shit to watch right now, like especially show wise.
Channel 11. I hate Return of the Living Dead.
Yes, he does. So that if we do that in November, that Ben was pitching movies we don't want to watch, that would fit in.
I liked our
perfectly to the-
original idea.
Yeah, me too.
Well, that would have to be Patreon.
That's fine.
Oh, and I did neglect to promote this at the top of the show, but Sunday I will be acting in the Pet Cemetery play that will be.
I thought you were just
airing live.
going. You didn't fucking tell me you were acting.
Yeah,
I am acting. I'm
What the
playing
fuck? Where am I?
Steve.
Right on.
Yeah, well, it's YouTube. I mean,
Still, I just
So.
thought you were okay. Cool.
Is it more like? Would it be more like a reading? Is probably the best way to describe it, or
I think you could call it a play. We're going to perform. We're going to do more than read.
I mean, interacting wise, though, is what I'm asking.
Yeah. Our next production is going to be
Interacting wise is what I'm asking.
I'm going to say play.
Okay,
Yeah.
but if you're not in the same fucking room, then it's
No,
not.
Well,
It's
no,
a
I'm not
play.
trying to do that too. But what I'm asking, are you guys in the same physical place?
I think some might be.
Okay, that's all I was asking. Okay.
Some. It'll depend. I don't know. I'm not directing it. But yeah, very, very excited.
Well,
Thank you, Channel 11.
if we're doing stuff we forgot to do at the top, I did forget to bring up. Well, the Slashtober vote's pretty much done. I mean, I don't think there's anyone else who's going to swoop in. But now the goddamn farce vote is a 3-way tie. If you have not voted, please go vote and don't vote for one that's not tied. God damn it. We have
you-
tied up. We have
Coed and the Zombie Stoner
Slaughterhouse and the
Slaughterhouse.
Frighteners.
and the Frighteners.
So I mean,
Yeah.
if I'm fine with any of them, so I don't have. I know which one.
Two of
Dan's
them are
leaning
clear
for.
winners.
I think it's most funny to make Ozzy watch either Slaughterhouse or Coed and the Zombie Stoner would be my pick. But you guys can go in and pick it now. Patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. $1.
And Dan's not supposed to be influencing his vote in any way, shape, or form, but he can't.
I-
So it's all right. I'll just subtract his vote.
Damn.
Am I allowed to vote?
All Patreons.
All right.
There you go.
That's why
Uh,
Dan gets the vote. The only reason I let him vote.
Yes. And directed by Stakes Us.
Oh,
Very
look,
cool.
the Clip Booth is offering his services for free. Stuntman.
There you go, Cliff. I don't know if we need to fill any parts yet or not. Reach out to Steak Sauce.
I always need to fill some parts.
We should do that. What would we do?
Cat?
We could do
A Serbian film.
Ooh, that would be kind of
Yeah, started the little one.
Pugs has the baby.
Yes.
YouTube. I don't know. Maybe we could do Basic Instinct.
Dan's gonna
Nice
want to be
picture.
Sharon Stone. I'm out.
The hair is there. We can't.
Of
see
all
it.
the fucking movies, Basic Instinct, really?
Basic Instinct, yes. We could make Basic Instinct happen.
Suck a dick.
Yeah, that's what the world wants. The all-male Basic Instinct.
Well, we would have to cast some ladies, obviously, Todd.
No, dude, I want to see your ass in a fucking dress.
We'll make it happen. Hey, it's
You know,
a
White
1-3.
dress and heels, motherfucker.
And one of
I
my
can play the object of desire in that movie. And
if I can ever find this tape, and I will be going through tapes very soon, there was one tape from one of the movies I made as a child. When I say child, I mean teenager.
you gotta put that on.
I have the first two. Maybe we'll watch one this Halloween. The third one, though, that's my favorite one. And we couldn't get a woman to do the part. So I dressed up with my friends in drag.
Oh no! Oh no! Was it one of those type of movies?
Frowned upon today. And yes, there was some Last House.
Dude, we need to watch this immediately.
And there is a baseball bat. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, Belladonna.
The problem is the two movies that I made as a kid that I actually like is that one and Ouija. About a Ouija board, obviously. And those are the two I can't find. So obviously I watched them somewhere and put them in a box, and I don't know which box.
I've just got this image of a young Todd like going down the street to like the hot neighbor and trying to convince her to show her titties in your like backyard movie. Like that is like the funniest fucking thing I can imagine. Young Caesar too. I know you probably didn't know him then, but that's how I have it in my head.
Caesar's only appears in party tapes. No, we're not busting those up.
Yeah, no, I don't want to see that shit.
we can give you $5 and 32 cents.
If you think, okay, you know my personality well enough. Yeah, me as a director.
We are going to rate Caddy Hack. I promise.
Oh yeah, I have behind the scenes footage too. I'm fucking horrible. Like, just do what you're fucking supposed to do. So exactly what you'd imagine. Okay. Let's rate it then.
All right.
I'll go first. I think you guys will be way kinder than I will be. I am a 1 out of 5.
Dan would have gave it a negative something if it was from Blumhouse.
In the realm of dumb movies, I'm not saying this is a classic or anything, but it made me smile. It made me laugh several times. I am a 3. I'll be realistic and give it a 3, but I will also pick it up because I liked it. It made me laugh. Great song. Balls Deep in Love.
I go off my enjoyment of the movie, and this one gave me enjoyment. So in that realm, as Dan said, I would also give it a 3. Now, if I put it's not like
that checks out for you, Todd.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. You could say whatever the fuck you want. I'm consistent.
And Kruger would have given it about a 4.5.
He would have given Dan a suplex for it.
Still might.
The night's still young. Yeah.
All right. So moving on to our next film of movie 4, right? 4.
Yes, Jester.
The Jester from director Colin Krawchuk. And in this film, which is actually based on a YouTube short film, I think a series of YouTube short films now. This one follows a malevolent being known as the Jester terrorizes the inhabitants of a small town on Halloween nights, including 2 estranged sisters who must come together to find a way to defeat the evil entity.
All right, give me the hot tag real quick.
Hot tag.
All right, so I was really excited for this movie. Just killer clown shit in general. Anything that involves a killer clown, I'm usually excited for. And this looked like it had potential. Dread can be hit or miss, but I mean, for fuck's sake, dude, they gave us Terrifier. So anything they put out, I feel like does have potential. God damn, dude, this movie fucking was rough. It was rough for me. First thing I'll say is just the dialogue and the line delivery feels robotic throughout the whole fucking movie, and that hurt it a lot for me, especially considering there's some like very dialogue heavy ass scenes where people are just talking for a good 5 to 8 minutes, and I'm just like, all right, let's fucking get the shit going, because your acting isn't that great, your line delivery sucks, and I just want to see this cool Jester motherfucker kill some people. And also the story just focuses heavily on this family drama shit that is just run of the mill. I mean, you've seen it, it's been there, done that 1,000 times fucking before. And you would think that maybe like the Jester's connection with how he killed this woman's father would play into something bigger. Never does. I like the look of the killer. I think it's a great costume. And then if you watch the short, they definitely like expanded upon the costume design really well. And I think probably the best thing about the movie is the killer's look. And that's thanks to, I forget what the fuck his name is, but Tom Savini's
Jason Baker.
Jason Baker, who also did the mask for the Black Phone,
looks like this.
and the Fiend from WWE, aka Bray Wyatt's mask. Yes, rest in peace. But yeah, other than the design for the killer, I didn't like much of anything in this movie. The kills were very hit or miss, and there's like one pretty cool hat trick scene where the Jester makes somebody's head disappear under his hat. But I'll tell you that, I mean, there wasn't really that much gore, if at all, and there needed to be more creativity with the kills for me. I just, that whole department left me unsatisfied. And probably the fucking worst goddamn thing about this movie was the ending. That ending pissed me off. I don't want to get into specifics, but I hated that shit. And the audacity to tease a sequel for this fucking movie is very, very, like, that kind of was just an extra kick to my fucking nuts right at the end. But I will say this. I was one of those people that didn't watch the short beforehand. I was just excited about a Killer Clown movie. Watch the short. The short's way fucking better. And the short actually kind of pissed me off about the movie even more, because there's certain, like, things that they hit in the movie that's in the short, but they're not nearly as effective at all. So it was just kind of like, oh, let's throw this thing to, throw homage back to the fucking short, and really let's not even like have it become a cool scene or anything like that. We're just going to do that as a little nod. And that really, really offended the fuck out of me for whatever reason. So as a whole, this movie really, I thought, sucks. Without the cool killer, I would go a lot lower than I am on my rating. And I would say definitely check out the short, The Jester. It's on YouTube. That's very good. But after that, leave it at there, because the feature-length film kind of sucks, in my opinion. And this was a big disappointment, because I was very much looking forward to this. And it is not worth the VOD price at all, and nor would I even like suggest to throw it on when it eventually makes its way to streaming, because I think it's just going to leave people disappointed, especially with how cool the killer is. On top, and the last thing I'll fucking say, you didn't need to if you watch the short, you didn't need to make this a fucking Terrifier ripoff, and it very heavily at times feels like a Terrifier ripoff with some of the fucking things that they do with the killer. And the killer isn't that animated in the short. So I just thought it was fucking unnecessary. Like the whole scene where he's sitting there like this and crying and shit. I mean, that's stealing directly from Terrifier. And I don't think it needed this. It needed any of that. The killer was cool enough. The concept was cool enough where we could have had a fun little supernatural slasher here. But at the end of the day, it didn't hit where I think it needed to. And I would say watch a short, but skip out on this movie, at least for me.
You can copy and paste right here, because I pretty much agree with everything Kruger said. I loved the way it looked. The mask is fucking rad. The Dumb and Dumber ball outfit was fucking cool. The snazzy orange, good shit. But yeah, if you're gonna do like some grief type shit, you need a Rebecca Hall, and there was no one to carry this film throughout the whole way. And
Also, the lead was kind of a fucking bitch, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. Like, she was so
Well, she
unlikable.
had a reason. To
Yeah,
be,
but
though.
dude, like, you need to have something in there to make me like actually kind of care for the person if that's going to be my final girl. And
Yeah.
I could care less.
Mm.
Sorry to interrupt, Pugs.
No, you're good. I was excited after the opening scene. I was like, oh fuck yeah, we're gonna do something really cool, and then it just died off like a fucking wet fart. So for me, this is a big miss.
It was okay. I mean, I'm just kind of in the it was what it was. I didn't hate it. I don't have the anger towards it Kruger does, but I didn't like it. So
I wouldn't call this a Terrifier ripoff. I think they definitely
the mom
tried to
did.
kind of capitalize on that somewhat, because I don't know. The short I think was like
but
2016.
but even the short and what this movie is way different. Like the short, like this movie plays out like a slasher. The short doesn't. It's just kind of this weird fucking clown that appears and fucking kills himself in front of somebody.
It's not a typical slasher villain. In fact, I actually think when we're just dealing with the Jester, the movie's much stronger. Again, much like Puppet Man in a way, like when we were like kind of really just heavily dealing with that aspect of it, not the characters and the
Combine these two, you get a 5.
Oh yes, no shit.
But I'm not as negative. I thought the aesthetic, again, very important, especially for a Halloween film, was pretty strong. It's well made. I can kind of see that this is the director's first feature, so was maybe struggling a little bit with certain things. I didn't think the acting was awful. I think maybe writing more than anything, just the way they wrote the characters. I know this one's getting torn apart pretty hard, and I was expecting something a lot worse than what I got. It has its issues. I didn't like the epilogue. In fact, I really think this is one of those movies that should have just ended a little bit earlier, and I would have been happy with that. Ben brings up the scene with the trick-or-treaters. I thought that was fun. He uses kind of magic-based kills, not just kills, but fuckery. So it's not that traditional, like I'm going to chop bits off of you kind of stuff, which, like I said, this is another one, much like Puppet Man, which I do think Puppet Man's a little stronger, where it's like it's a swing and a miss, but there are some really good aspects. I didn't have a miserable time watching this. I don't think I'd ever revisit this one. It's not that strong. It's not going in my yearly Halloween rotation or anything, but it's just fine. I think I average it out again to a fine one-time watch, but I do wish the ending stuck it a little more.
Ben Grimm says, I like the Halloween stuff, the trick-or-treat scene with the Jester and the kids. That's what Dan was
I mean, that
referring
was
to.
a cool scene, but I think my biggest, I do agree with what Dan said. Like when the Jester's on screen, all that stuff is fine, but I think just the characters and the very heavy dialogue where you're trying to like feel something for somebody and it's just not there, is what really like hurt it the most. And also probably just because like I liked the short a lot better than the actual movie. And I mean, that happens sometimes. What the fuck was it? Come Play, though, was like one of those cases where the short was expanded upon really well. And it turned out to be like cool to see it in feature length. But this, like, man, it has me a little worried because we're starting to get some Terrifier ripoffs. And again, maybe you don't consider this one, Dan, but like, I think other people would agree with me. It's very.
It's the mime stuff. That's hard to argue. I don't even know how Dan doesn't see it. But yeah, there's definite.
So we have a movie that we will be covering next week that looks like Terrifier, except it's Terrifier with a scarecrow instead of a clown, called Diced. And it has me like a little scared because I saw the trailer. Fucking looks awesome. It may also be coming from Dread. Don't quote me on that, but
Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay. So,
And I don't, and because the logo's on the ad, I don't know if it's actually from Prime or some indie VOD that put the Prime logo
I
on
think
the
it's a
poster.
VOD that got the
Okay,
Prime.
then it probably, yeah.
But that's coming out, so I am kind of excited. I hope we do get like eventually a good Terrifier ripoff because I think that's fun. But at the same time, we do have Terrifier, so and it's still a going series, so I can always have that to look forward to. Speaking of which, November 1st, Terrifier 2 returns to the theaters. Check it out to get a sneak preview of a over 2-minute long teaser trailer for Terrifier 3, along with an exclusive poster for Terrifier 3 that you will get with the purchase of a ticket. Had to plug Terrifier in there because this movie like really pissed me off that it ripped it off and didn't do it any justice.
All right. Well, on that, let's rate it and move on.
I'm going to give it 2.5. I think it was a fine one-time watch, but yeah, could have been better.
I'm a 1.5 out of 5.
I am also a 1.5 out of 5.
I'm also a 2.5 out of 5. All
There
right.
we go. So, moving on to, our final film of the evening, although we do have TV Terror Talk, and I have some Chucky pitches this week.
Oh, God.
I have some Chucky pitches, Todd. And maybe we'll make this version of Chucky. But before we do that, we have, we can actually call it feature length this time, because I believe it clocks in at 73 minutes. So the feature length fan film, Never Hike Alone 2, Friday the 13th fan film, I should say, from director Vincente DeShanti. And in this film, 20 years after the last sighting of Jason Voorhees, Crystal Lake resident and former victim Tommy Jarvis still lives with the haunting notion that Jason will one day return. And he does. Spoiler alert. So, gentlemen, whoever wants to go first.
Kruger.
It would be funny if he just didn't.
That would actually be pretty funny.
What, he just didn't show back up for like 25 years?
It's just the ending. They're just like waiting there.
That's a great idea.
He just
Up
never...
yours, Todd.
Hey, it worked for Jason before, so don't even give us. Yeah,
you just have the last line, Tommy Jarvis, just like, well, fuck, and then it just goes.
I want Roy's son comes back. Done.
There you go. All right, so if you guys have been watching the show for a while, you would know that like I love Never Hike Alone. It blew my fucking mind when it first came out in 2017, and I love Never Hike in the Snow. Granted, I wanted a little bit more from it because it was a little shorter than Never Hike Alone. But first thing I'll say, if you are planning on watching this, go watch the Ghost cut of Never Hike Alone because that's definitely the way to go. It cuts in the music video, Never Hike Alone, and Never Hike in the Snow, all in chronological order, which is, I think, the best way to watch it. And man, Never Hike Alone 2 really just, it blew my fucking mind. It gave me absolutely every single fucking thing I wanted out of this fan film. And the kills were amazing. The gore was even fucking a step up from the last couple. Just the way they tied the characters in too, I thought was just really well done. Like there's some characters in Never Hike in the Snow that I thought I didn't feel shit for and I didn't really care about, but they were just there. But then this movie made me care about them, made them into intricate characters that were a part of the story and that were important. And I also think that the tone of this one is different than the other two movies too. The other two fan films. The first one I feel like plays it very serious, and then the second one is also very serious. This has a little bit of fun with it. It has a little bit of that part 6 vibe to it that I thought was really cool, and I enjoyed the fuck out of it. I also I love the explanation of why Jason haunted his mother. Because there's something weird about Crystal Lake and people that die there, and there's some supernatural shit. And like, I'm glad that we finally had that kind of explained because I was just talking to my girlfriend about this the other day. If we get a new Friday the 13th movie, I really want them to explain what happened to Jason after he drowned. And like, because we just never have gotten that. I feel like that's the one area of Friday the 13th we've never really touched upon. And this kind of gave me a little bit of explanation. You know, I didn't get the scenes of Jason washing up on the fucking shore of Crystal Lake or anything like that, but I got a lot of stuff I really wanted out of this fan film. And I mean, I like these more than some of the Friday the 13th. I'm not going to say like a majority of them, but why you got a shit-eating grin on your fucking face, Dan? I can't. Every time I look over at you, you're fucking smirking like a motherfucker.
He's actually just looking at Pornhub.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I love this. Fucking but I also think this is a good stopping point. We had a good definitive ending. We don't need any more Never Hike Alones. Go focus on Dylan's New Nightmare. Because I just think you've hit a high point that you're not going to be able to replicate between Never Hike Alone, the Ghost Cut, and Never Hike Alone 2. So yeah, I fucking love the shit out of it. I mean, it's by far my favorite fan film I think I've ever seen, and I can't praise what's his name, Vincent DeSante, I think his name is. I can't. I can't praise him enough. I think he just, as his performance as Jason, along with directing and creating this amazing fan film franchise, which is such a weird fucking thing to say, but I give this guy, if we do get a Friday the 13th movie eventually, I know we have a series that's kind of like up in the air right now. What's going on with it. But if we do ever get a movie, I say give this guy a shot, or at least give him a fucking shot at a slasher film.
Here's his pitch. Let him in the room. See what he has to say. I agree with you, Kruger.
So, this is like the biggest stamp of approval I could give a fan film. And I can't explain how much I fucking loved it.
Ben says this is at least worthy of him getting a Shudder movie or something.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
He might be too cis for that.
For me, I really enjoyed this. You could actually just slap Friday the 13th right on there and then put Never Hike Alone 2. It's up there. They continue the story smoothly. They have legacy characters in there. I was shocked. I think with a little more money, this guy could really knock it out of the park. I echo everything Kruger said. This is fucking great. I didn't think I would be as entertained as I was, and I was shocked how fucking badass this is. It's really fucking good. It's on fucking YouTube. Go press play right now. Support this man.
All right, happy boy. What do you got, Dan?
First off, I will say
you fucking hated it.
Udo, no, you don't know what I'm thinking.
I think he's going to be in the middle.
That's what that fucking shit in
going on in here.
It's illegal.
No one wants to.
I am a complex individual, and you never quite know. All right. I want to say first up, 73 minutes. Very hard to make a feature film, period. And I'm sure a lot of work went into that. Also, not being able to profit in a traditional way since it's not an official movie.
Unless he gets work from this. It's an investment in himself.
Sure. Now, I'm not the biggest fan film guy. You guys have seen previous reviews. That's not my thing. All right. So first up, cool visuals, very well shot. Jason popping out of the water, there's some solid practical effects. There's really nothing stand out in terms of kills or anything.
The fucking face smashing scene was epic as fuck. What are you on?
There was a lot of not really showing cutaway stuff.
What?
It's not bad. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but what you're stating is dumb because there's fucking gore galore.
There is some cutaway.
There's not enough gophers.
I didn't think there was anything standout, really.
Now that I disagree with, but there is some cutaway, but they do deliver when they need to.
Biggest issue with this film. Tom Matthews is Tommy Jarvis, but particularly older Tom Matthews can't act his way out of a nutsack.
To be fair,
I'm just being honest.
Youngwood couldn't.
Older is worse. Like when he's fighting Jason, that kind of looks like some like coffee bean ladies nutting up to a biker gang that's trying to loot the place. It makes no it feels kind of dumb. I didn't think he was very strong. I would have honestly have recast Tommy Jarvis.
You wanted Corey Feldman. It's okay.
Oh no, it would have been even worse with Feldman, but adult Feldman. I don't know. This movie for me, I think it's the fact that you haven't had really a lot of people, because I know a lot of people love this. I think it's the lack of Friday the 13th movies that is elevating this for people. I don't think it's that special. It's well made. And again, very hard to put out a movie. Again, something that you really can never make money off of too. So that's tough.
Stan, did you watch Never Hike Alone 2 for the acting? LOL.
Well, you mentioned people are comparing these to the original movies. I guess I would put this over Jason Goes to Hell because I just don't like it.
I've heard people say they like it better than some sequels. I don't. That's all I've heard.
And I don't get that at all. I think that's more.
There's some bad sequels. I get that.
Jason Goes to Hell and Jason Takes Manhattan. I'll fucking take Never Hike Alone again.
Yeah, I mean, it has its moments. I mean, the hospital scene, it's well shot. I just don't think there's anything that. I mean, I watched it. I'm not sorry I watched it. It'll have a decent, rating for me. I don't know.
Dan doesn't like fan films. It's not going to change.
That's what he is. I don't.
This is the best he's reviewed.
It's one of the better fan films out there. I will give it that. As a guy who doesn't like fan films, I wasn't miserable watching this. It just, okay, the old bad actor is got to square off with Jason. I don't know.
Friday the 13th movies have bad actors, Dan. Come on.
I know. That's what I'm like. I don't. Yeah, the one who was bad in 80, whatever the fuck, is still bad.
I do have a rant because I
love Tom Matthews.
You know what the Friday the 13th franchise gives us that this doesn't, and this teases and doesn't give it to us? Titties.
Oh.
I have a comment. I'm bringing it up.
Don't tease if you're not going to give it to us, is all I'm going to say.
Here's the thing, and this is what I've been saying. I do like this fan film a lot. It's the best of the Hike Alones. But
I give you that. For
my money, I am still on team Friday the 13th Vengeance and versus Bigfoot. Vengeance is the one that's got tits.
Oh.
But
okay.
it's like
I like the idea more rather than the legacy character stuff. Just put Jason, like you said, against Bigfoot. Okay, we'll never see that in an actual.
You knew
movie.
It was coming, Kruger.
So I would prefer the Bigfoot stuff too.
Yeah, that one you should definitely check out.
Put Jason in.
You knew it was coming.
Just put Jason in a situation for a movie that would never be greenlit.
Let's get Freddy versus Jason versus Pinhead versus Ash. Fuck it, let's go. I have faith in this guy to do that.
I have. Well, we'll talk off there. I keep wanting to do that fan film watch along for that weird Norwegian one from the 90s that has Freddy, Jason, and everyone. And it's
I saw,
but it's not very good.
I don't think I watched it, but I think I saw footage from the one you're talking about.
Yeah, we could just play that one on Patreon.
I'll close saying something positive. If you like these fan films, this is the best of the bunch.
I'm a Vengeance guy.
I'm a Vengeance guy too.
Yes, it is. And Jester Flux is in the Bigfoot one.
I still haven't watched that.
I like both. I like both of those better than this one, though. This is the better made movie.
This is very art. It is very artsy.
But the other ones give me what I want.
Yeah,
and they'll give Dan what he wants: tits, violence, and stupid teenagers. Oh, and one gives Bigfoot to boot.
Gophers.
So. Gophers versus Jason. Can you imagine him macheteing some of these gopher puppets?
Whack-a-mole? Hack-a-mole. Friday the 13th, Hack-a-mole.
You know what? That's a fucking amazing game. A board game,
Jason.
Yeah, dude. No, with a fucking axe and each person they have a counselor's fucking head pop up and you have to hit it with the axe. That would be amazing.
Not bad.
All
you
right.
go.
Well, we should probably rate this one. We're gonna hit 3 hours.
Yep.
No,
No, we're not.
I know.
So we only got Chucky left. So
Yeah, we're doing good. What are you
And
talking?
American Horror Story. Well, at least 2 of us.
That's not going to take a fucking hour and a half, though, brother.
Kruger.
Oh, Lord.
Dan wants to pitch.
Dude, I'm a fucking hard 5 stars for this.
Wow.
Like,
No.
I fucking
are hard.
I love the fucking shit out of Never Hike Alone. And I think this is by far the best fan film and the best made fan film I've ever seen. And never like the first, I said that about the first Never Hike Alone, but Never Hike Alone 2, I think really hits the tone well. I think that was Todd's biggest issue with the first one, where it didn't have like the Friday the 13th tone. This one has it through and through. It doesn't, it's not super serious. There's some laughs in there and some goofiness. And I mean, fuck me, dude. I had a great time and a perfect Friday the 13th watching this at the end of it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I am a 4 out of 5. I really like this.
I'll go before Dan because I'm sure he's going to be the lowest. I'm a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay. 2.5. And I'm going to just say thank you, being a 2023 film, for not showing us Tom Matthews' balls, but being an 80s horror homage. Don't promise me titties when you don't give them to me.
And they've never done that before, and I think that's never been an issue for Dan because they didn't tease. That's where you got Dan's gonna.
We didn't see Jarvis's nutsack.
I knew we weren't getting them. I think Dan's biggest problem with fan fiction is all his brain thinks is you could have made a fucking real movie, you could have made money off of it.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's hard for him to get past that because every time it's like, why
He'd
didn't
make a
you just use
fucking
your money?
anthology? That's what he would make.
Fan films don't tend to get you.
Here's
a
the
lot
difference,
of
Dan.
shit, though, if I'm being honest.
But they can get that movie made. The same Kickstarter with an original property, he probably would have made 1/10 of the money he made to get this.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the problem. Like, as much as I want to say, go make your own shit.
I get 100%. I get that.
Yeah, so that's the problem. I mean, and if you're somebody who wants to create, and this is the outlet you have to create, you can make the money to do it. Then it is what it is. I mean, I don't have a problem with fans.
I won't say who because a private conversation, but I did talk to somebody a few years ago now that's worked in Hollywood, made movies, and the fan films came up, and the problem with that is like you go into like a producer or something, they look at that and think like this guy's making movies in their backyard. Now that's not fair because this is very well made, but it really doesn't tend to get
changed, dude.
Well, I haven't seen that yet. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think if there is a fan film out there that will break that mold, it's fucking probably this one, dude.
Maybe
the amount of popularity Never Hike Alone has, I can't see Vincent DeSanti or whatever the fuck his name is. I can't see him not getting a feature length movie. So and plus, like all the fucking people that are super into Never Hike Alone, when this motherfucker makes his first feature, people are gonna go and watch. At least that came over to watch Never Hike Alone.
Yeah, I hope so. And I wish him the best. I do think he's a capable filmmaker. Just, yeah.
And we'd love to talk to you if you watch this. What's up?
Yeah, dude, we should fucking try to get that motherfucker on for an interview. That'd be awesome.
I still have a couple interviews from last year that I was supposed to do this Halloween that I'm like, I'm not even sure we should try at this point. We got like 13 days.
When October hits between the tournament and all the other shows. Yeah, I was going to say, I
was trying to get someone from, XPW before that show, but I mean, or even after. Yeah, so
we'll have more XPW.
Oh yeah. Okay. I just thought so, but yeah. Okay. Do we want to do some wrapping up before we hit TV Terror Talk in case people want to bow out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't think we're super. Well, I can't speak to American Horror Story. I don't think we're super spoiler heavy yet, really. But
I mean, I'm gonna get spoiler heavy on Chucky for sure. So,
oh, cool. And you get to hear my brilliant pitches for
Jesus
3 hours.
Christ.
See what I said? 3 hours.
But on that note, we will be talking spoilers for TV Terror Talk. If you haven't listened already, if you're just joining this show in progress, the first /Tober just dropped the debut of the anger meter, which needs to be on every show, and blood pressure meter. And
Not a very good one.
yes.
It's way too low.
Yeah, no, dude, my blood pressure is at least 190 over fucking 80. Like towards the end of that.
My thought process is it's slow, so it calms you down.
So Chucky, this will be an interesting discussion, but also join our Discord. That is free.
Fuck
and the
yeah.
link is our Discord is extremely active, a lot of fun, a lot of other podcasters in the Discord too. So
Spoilers.
there you go.
Yeah, don't spoil the fans.
Well, now I got to write a time down and cut my own thing
No,
out.
you leave it there. That's fine.
No,
Well,
yeah.
it is out now. They did just watch it.
There you
Well, I
go.
don't know. It's also on Patreon uncut.
What else?
There's the next episode's on Patreon too. It just dropped, like 13 minutes ago.
Sweet.
What is our next one?
Next week, I know we
Crazy
also
League.
have
Crazy Lake is already on Patreon.
Crazy Lake. Okay. So yeah, you can check it out early on Patreon. I know next week, what are we doing? That Onyx, the Fortuitous movie we'll be doing.
Yeah, we got I could actually give you the quick rundown because I have it on my phone.
Well, one of them may get changed, but just read them all.
All right, so we have Onyx, the Fortunist, and the Talesman of Souls. We also have Malibu Horror Story, Soulmates, Phantom Fun World, which is streaming on Tubi right now, and Diced, which is that Terrifier ripoff with the Scarecrow that comes out.
That Kruger's going to be bitching about next week.
Yeah, we'll see, dude. We'll see. That fucking dude, the Scarecrow looks so fucking cool too. It literally looks identical. Like if you had Art the Clown, but he wasn't a clown, it was Art the Scarecrow. That's what he fucking looks like. So fingers crossed it has good gore, and I'll be happy.
I saw from the makers of
Dance Open for Tits.
Poster.
From the
What'd you say?
That would be
you didn't need to hear it. No,
from the from the makers of Pickaxe. You just
Listen,
did it.
you motherfucker.
I still don't get how you didn't understand. I love that movie. Like
Let it live right now.
Because
No.
because you're a fucking no, don't you
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
I'm out.
Chucky season 3
Shut the
episode
fuck
2.
up. Say it right.
Let the Right One In is the name of the episode. So
we need the spoiler
All right.
thing.
I
Thank
told
you.
him, but yeah, go
I'll
for
throw
it.
it. Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. So yeah, another episode of Chucky in the books. In this
See,
one,
Dan, we were gonna do the other one first because it'll be quick, and you're gonna go on your 20-minute worth of pitches.
hot tag them, dude.
All right.
American Horror Story.
Pugs.
Oh,
You're
I don't
caught
have
up?
anything read for it. Fuck yeah, I'm caught up. I'm
right.
fucking loving this. I don't
Okay.
know what to read or anything.
Well, no. I mean, we didn't really get. Last week was episode 3. I didn't really get to talk about it because I was the only one who watched it, obviously. And for me, that was the tipping point. I am now invested in the show.
Good. Yeah. This is taking its time to tell a story, but it gave us, now we have possible witches, a fucking devil baby. Everything is lining up and the flower is starting to bloom. I'm still heavily invested. I like this show a lot.
In your personal opinion,
Sure.
should I even fucking bother? Am I going to be pissed?
I don't
off?
think so.
Okay.
As of right now, no. I don't know where it lands, maybe, but
Because my
Oh,
my girlfriend, she liked the first episode, but then she said that like the last couple, she's been very lukewarm and thinks that she's going to tap out. So, I've been hit or miss. You know, I've missed so many fucking American Horror Story seasons that like I think I need to just go back and watch them because I haven't even watched the fucking 80. What the fuck was it? 85.
84. Yeah, just watch that one. 84.
Yeah, I need to watch that. I watched like the first one I actually ever watched was Freak Show because Twisty he just made didn't you guys say Twisty returns in one of them?
kinda. Not big.
Which one?
84.
Oh,
84?
really?
He's a
Yeah,
toy, dude. I'm just spoiled for you. He's an action figure. That's it.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Lame. But Twisty was the main reason. I liked Freak Show, but
I didn't like Freak Show, but Twisty's fucking awesome.
I liked the whole weird American American Psycho type thing that they did at the very end.
With Dandy.
Yeah, I don't know. I ate all that shit up. Asylum has definitely been my favorite season I have watched. But I also really just like the American Horror Stories thing. I think just
we're getting some this year.
Yeah, I think just the one-off stories were fun. Like that drive-through or drive-in one that we had was really fucking cool. And then I think we had like a cannibalistic, like cannibal people in the woods one that was also very good. But so outside of 84, for me personally, what would be another one that you would say go watch?
There's not another one I'd recommend to you.
Wow,
and you already
really?
saw Asylum, so yeah, you're good.
Wow. Damn. Okay, fair enough.
But I do like where this is going. I still think Kim Kardashian is killing it. I love what
Yeah.
she's doing with that fucking director guy. That was hilarious. I do think I do think Kim's the one that's made the deal. So we'll see how it goes.
The thing I told them last week was, if there's an episode that's going to turn them, it's going to be the third one. Yeah, well, they didn't even try. So
Yeah. Save your time. Watch something you'll enjoy. Yeah. But yeah, I'm still loving it. So
all right. So Dan, let's move on to Chucky. So you can wrap with your nonsense.
Sweet. Chucky season 3, episode 2, Let the Right One In. And in this one, the kids are now kind of trying to infiltrate the White House through the president's older son. Sorry, I forget the character's name. And more murder goes down. This lead Secret Service agent who is kind of investigating these murders. His name's Agent Price. A little bit
feels like the wolf.
Kind of, yeah, a little bit on the corrupt side.
No, the cleanup from Pulp Fiction. You call him the wolf?
Oh,
what you had to say?
Sorry.
Not good.
And yeah, we get to see. We do get a really cool kill in this episode.
Fuck yeah, we do.
That was great.
It's like the slit throat turned to like an almost decapitation. And when the head goes back, it's insanely gory. When the head goes back and then Chucky is just like, am I upside down?
Yeah, that was hard as fuck. Yeah.
No, that was great. And it reminded me of do you guys remember Famine? There's a fucking throat slit. Yeah, Pugs, you gotta remember Famine. The fucking school, the Ryan Nicholson slasher in the school.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
When he carves one of the chick's heads and it's just kind of dangling there like a fucking Pez dispenser. That's what this reminded me of, which was cool. My only problem is that, and it's been like this since the beginning, but like some of the CGI blood just fucking is very off-put. Like you see a very nice, cool, practical effect on the throat, but then like the CGI blood will just not be lit right or something, like compared to all the lighting in the room. And I've been having that issue with a lot of shit lately. I had the same issue with that Back to the Future slasher. All the CGI blood just fucking like looked like CGI blood, and that drives me crazy. But this episode and just the season in general, I'm very like lukewarm. I think I've kind of had it with Lexi and
kill them all.
Yeah,
except Fiona Dourif. Kill them all except Fiona Dourif.
Like, what do you do with her now? She's like limbless.
Yeah, I know, dude. Fiona
Feed her lettuce.
You've gone weird enough.
Put a shell on her and feed her lettuce.
Then Dan's gonna be mad because they turn her into RoboCop in season 4.
Fiona Dourif is in it.
Dude, Fiona Dourif with fucking machine gun legs like Cherry from fucking Planet Terror. Yes. And she's just taking out Chucky's. Oh, that would be fucking great.
I would do boxing Helena role play with Fiona Dourif.
Of course you would.
Dan.
Ben Grimm.
I'm not gonna put the. I was gonna say Dan or Feruza.
I don't know if Fiona's up there though. Ooh.
Wow. Okay.
Fuck you, fire.
I think we're all maybe
Awesome.
a little closer on this show now. For me, I'm just like kill the two kids.
Don't be a bigot. Okay.
Well, I get a vibe. They're not interesting, and I could care less about their relationship. I could care less about their relationship.
Me too.
The conversation was funny though.
That's what I'm getting to. Okay. I feel like Mancini knows that this might be it, because I mean, we have a conversation where these two boys are talking about anal prep. Like, I'm like, man,
as that couple, they should have this.
I understand, but like anal prep in a Chucky series, I was like, okay, this is you're just doing.
I mean, it's on brand, but
I know.
At the same time, I get what you mean, Dan, because like.
You're gonna lose people.
It's literally in there to piss people like you off, though. I mean, that's like the whole point.
It doesn't piss me off. It's just stupid. Like I don't care about it.
It's kind of the same thing, buddy.
Yeah, I think 99% don't care.
Well, yeah, of your community.
Well, here's the thing with like a lot of the like gay horror stuff is that like. I can appreciate it, but also I know it's not fucking meant for me. So like that whole fucking scene, it's for the gay.
There's good gay.
No, that's to make.
Let me finish my goddamn statement, motherfucker, before I come over there and fucking rip your beard off.
Show you how to clean your ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking do some anal prepping in a minute, motherfucker.
Damn.
Anyways, fucking. I get why to do it, because that scene isn't made for me. It's for the gay fans of Chucky to fucking go and laugh at and like really like appreciate that they're being represented. I 100% understand that. At the same time, though, this show, it doesn't feel very natural. If that like with certain aspects of that.
Careful, Kruger.
No. I'm not saying the sexual acts itself, but it feels very thrown in there. And I think that's probably what like is off-putting to Dan, and it is off-putting to me at times because it feels like
the character.
Will they? Won't they? Has gone on too long. I will.
So I like Lexi a lot. I like Devin. I don't really give a fuck about the other guy. I don't even fucking remember his goddamn
what is the
name.
other kid's name?
I call him.
Yeah, I'm with you. Those are the two.
They're not. They don't.
Wait. Oh no, Jake and Devin.
Yeah, I don't care for Jake.
Oh, shit, Jake.
Yeah, like Jake, not
My
Devin.
My thing is they're not interested.
It's not all good, Dan. It's fucking terrible.
Ben Graham says it's Jake.
Okay. I don't care for Jake.
I could,
and also if it's just I don't know if it's just me, but does the fact that Jake is all of a sudden fucking jacked like really piss anybody else off?
You went through puberty. Like, no, that's...
Yeah, but dude, you went through puberty. You went through puberty and fucking got some goddamn fucking tea from your rich parents as well. Like, I knew motherfuckers like that in school that were like, he looks like a fucking kid on tea, and it pisses me the fuck off.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's like my thing. It's like, there are very fun aspects of the show. Another thing I don't like, and you mentioned it last week, I think, Kruger, Devin Sawa, I like him as an actor. I don't need him playing a different fucking role every time, because it feels like the exact same. He's not that good that it's like, oh, I don't even recognize it.
I love the first lady.
It's lame.
She comes from Doom Patrol. I fucking love her. She's great.
Yeah, she's good. I like her so far. Her character's interesting. That's the problem. Like, all of these side characters are more interesting than Jake and Devin. And Lexi's maybe better than she. Yeah, I don't know. She was more effective as a villain, but she's not awful. But I don't know.
Dan like hated her with like his whole body.
Yeah, because he can never get a girl like that.
better villain than better actress than the other two. The other two are just they're just
They're just kid
bland.
actors. They're just what
No,
you'd
but I
expect.
don't give a fuck. I don't think most people give a fuck because who's talking about this? We're probably one of the only podcasts talking about a Chucky.
Your
show.
world
Not
is
the
small,
only
Dan.
one,
I don't think we are.
but
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
look
But
at the big
It's like
horror
the kid
YouTube.
podcast I'm on,
Look-
dude.
Look
Literally
at
what
the
he
big
talks about
horror YouTubers.
in your community,
No. I'm talking like the big ones. They're not talking about.
I've
Chucky.
seen some fucking people talk about Chucky, Dan. It's just your bubble.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of big ones. They don't give a fuck about this show anymore. They didn't give a fuck. 80
Cool.
seasons.
Come here
Yeah.
and watch your ass.
Yeah,
I'm worried about what other people are doing. I don't give a shit. They can all eat it.
Yeah,
No, I'm fine. We can cover every episode. I'm cool with that. I'm just saying the enthusiasm is not there. It's
Dan,
not
you
made
can stop
for...
at any time.
I'm not done yet. I didn't say I hated everything.
No, he said
I just
watching the
need
show.
more Fiona. It's not a great show.
It
It's
used to be.
entertaining at times, and I think you could get back to something a little more interesting if you kill off Jake and Devin. And it would be a shock.
I 100% agree with that because
Yeah.
I think Jake and Devin well, more Jake than anything. I think just Jake being the fucking focal goddamn point of the show. I'm over it. He's been the focal point since the fucking beginning. Like we can move on to a different character or move on to a different aspect. Have Chucky fuck with some other kids at this point. Kill these motherfuckers off. Let's get like a new set of characters because I just think after 3 seasons, after 2 seasons and 2 episodes, Jake and Devin have definitely run their course along with Lexi. Lexi's probably like the only one I'm still kind of interested to see where her character arc's going to go because there is some stuff left on the table with her. But Jake and Devin are happy in love and just, chilling. I'm fine if I never see them again. But I do hope we do move. If this show is going to go forward and this season isn't the last season, I do hope we do stem off or at least get some characters in this season that bring you in and grip you. But I've also I haven't like I said, I really like Devin, but I just haven't been a fan of Jake for probably like it was around like the half point of season 1 till now. I don't care for him or his character or what he brings to the table. There's nothing like what's the other Andy. There's nothing like Andy-esque about him. I think that may be what hurts me as well.
I enjoyed this episode way more than I did the first episode. I kind of fucking hated that one. There's only one.
Oh, really?
Thing. Yeah, where it fucking Kurt Cobain the wall. That was fine. This one, that kill fucking ruled.
Yeah, that kill was.
And then we were starting to move in and get into the White House with the maybe what the fuck did he say? I don't like fucking pancakes or whatever. That shit was like, now we're getting the one-liners back. I like that. But yeah, there's room to grow. I am done with the will they won't they. First, will they won't they get together? Now, will they won't they fuck? Like, I don't care. Just go ahead and do it. Let's talk about Chucky.
Here's my pitch. We redo this season, and the main storyline is real president Joe Biden. He keeps seeing Chucky around the White House, but nobody believes him. They just think like, man, Joe, you're getting old. And like Joe Biden has to solve the mystery of Chucky. Like who's killing off the Secret Service? No one will believe the old man.
I hate this fucking pitch.
It would be awesome. Not even political. It would be funny. It would be really amusing. I got that in my head. I think
you're gonna have Joe just like wandering the fucking halls of the White House aimlessly, and then Chucky's gonna stab him in his asshole, and there's your whole show right there.
See, but I don't
like Bubba Hotep. Bruce Campbell is Joe Biden.
See, I'd go.
Actually, I've never seen Bubba Hotep. So
you have not. I fucking love that movie. Would you like that movie?
I was gonna switch up the pitch, and now I'm just kind of stunned. To see what you could do, Trump, and then he could like everyone's getting killed. He's just like, no, it's not. What do you just knows?
I like that better. I like that better.
He's like, no.
Chucky's in the background of January.
Fucking
6th.
Biden's gonna be like,
egging him on.
dude, Biden's gonna fucking get on a goddamn have a speech about it and be like, so Freddy Krueger killed 3 people last night in the White House.
Chucky's the one that moved the sandbag.
What? Do you guys remember the comedy My Fellow Americans from
Fuck
98?
yeah, dude!
God damn.
You
I want to watch the movie now.
Weirdest. That's the that's
please-
the first time a show's been canceled for that reason.
Red state and blue state audiences, you have Trump and Biden teaming up on a road trip to take out Chucky. Biden's got to be Bruce Campbell.
I'll take that.
Who plays Trump?
See, I want Bruce
Tim
Campbell
Dillon.
as Trump.
I don't see him.
Tim
as
Dillon would be
Trump.
fucking hilarious. First off,
Tim Dillon is who? Trump?
Trump.
Trump,
Yeah.
yeah. He does the
And you
Trump
have-
impression.
He does. He doesn't like look it as much for me, but they could maybe.
Make
But we
He's
need a
in-
name. We need a name for this spot. We got Bruce Campbell, who's got some horror
That's the
strokes.
name.
Well, if you got Bruce Campbell, you got to have someone on par.
Something. Maybe
on
Chucky
par.
replaces.
I can't
like,
picture Bruce Campbell as Biden though. Biden's too crackheadish.
Hmm.
Feruza is Biden.
Chucky replaces them. So Chucky's in like the. The wheels are turning right now because I think this is gold.
Ben
You're
Grimm
going
says
to the
Eric
White
Roberts.
House.
Eric Robert. Come on, I said a star, not a star 30 years ago.
Well,
Dan.
you could afford him. That's like $2,000, and if we can
Get
shoot
Michael
it all
Caine
in his
to
house,
unretire.
you pitch it to Michael Caine. He's just like, I was done, but
I
I
got
need
one more
to
in
do
me.
this Joe Biden Trump Chucky movie. I have to make it happen. I don't know. I think it's funny, and I think it would be better than what we got here. So
I'm
Just go
enjoying
for
it for the most part, but it's a step
Yeah.
up from last week because last week I was very disappointed.
Yeah, it felt like a setup episode, and it just was like I don't know what we're gonna do, and I felt like the correct course where I was entertained this week.
Yeah,
That I wasn't.
I'm looking
to-
forward to today's, right? That's when it comes out.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to today.
yeah.
would you guys even think like if we just went back to where Clinton was still president, and then you could, I don't know who would play
Good
Clinton.
Dead horse. Let's just hit it again.
Can you imagine like Clinton's getting like a BJ, and then it's like he's creeped out because the Chucky doll
Tiffany?
just looks like it's looking at him? Oh yeah, fuck. The Monica leaves, and then it's like he looks down, and Tiffany's down there.
Monica actually never did it. It was
No,
Tiffany.
No, it was Glenda. Come on. Get right.
I like
Oh,
it. Are we
See.
still pitching it? Or
I don't know. Are we
good?
still spoilers at this
I'm
point? I
good.
don't think we are. We talked about the
No,
show.
I think just as a whole, I hope this season gets stronger. I think since the first season, it's been dipping and dipping and dipping and dipping. And
they
I hope-
closed strong last year, though.
agreed. But outside of that, like just as a whole, I did not like the whole church thing. And
yeah, it
Going
needs a
away.
reboot.
yeah, well, I don't need a reboot. I just
You're
need
not
like
going to reboot it, Dan. You're not
Yeah,
going to reboot this
not a little-
continuity.
Not a literal reboot. Just they need a fresh start with a new cast, and I think you could still get Fiona in there somehow. I like
Well,
Jennifer Tilly, but I'm kind of done with that stuff too.
don't you fucking dare. You
We still have
better
to deal with Andy and
you better take fucking those words back, Dan. I swear to God.
Oh, I don't want
the
Andy.
older.
back.
I guarantee he's coming back. What's the the chick from 90210?
The Child's Play 2. What is
Yeah.
her name? I know the
Fuck,
chat. Come
I
on.
love her.
The blonde.
Well, anyway,
Never-
she all that shit still has to get wrapped up.
Yeah, but that can be saved to a film if they want to. That's the thing. If something doesn't get wrapped up and they want to go back to it, they can.
I think this hurt. Well, you could do a direct to streaming, I suppose.
That's
I feel like this show kind of hurts. Like,
that they were already a direct to video franchise, though, Dan. It doesn't change. that.
well, you had the remake, so even though it's not connected, you did have a.
I really
Child's
like
Play.
that movie too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, that has
You
nothing
are
to do
my
with the canon we were
buddy.
speaking of.
My
Do you-
only friend.
I don't think they could legally do it. I was
Versus-
gonna say you get Aubrey Plaza in there somehow.
Why?
They could
I love
get her.
Aubrey Plaza. Don't shit.
They
talk
could
Aubrey
get her
Plaza.
in there. I mean, but I couldn't play the same.
You
character.
shit on Jennifer Tilly, you motherfucker.
I love Jennifer Tilly. I just think her story's just about done. But
I think you're
Or
about fucking dumb.
have Jennifer Tilly play the.
But see,
president.
Dan, I feel the same way about Fiona. Her story's done. What else do you do with her? So
Well,
I
she
mean,
killed
how are you going to
Jennifer
sit there and
Tilly
talk about
this
Jennifer
season.
Tilly? Well, the other one is like, what do we do with her now?
Because I love her, Todd.
I
Understandable.
love Jennifer Tilly too, you son of a bitch.
I do as well. I'm just saying, like, I think her as I don't know. Well, it's not Jennifer Tilly now. It's am I
Yeah,
getting
Jennifer
this mixed
Tilly's
up
in
in my
It's
head?
Jennifer
Jennifer-
Tilly.
Jennifer
talking about
Tilly's in the
Let's get-
the
we're
toy
not-
body now, right? Or do they switch back?
Yes, we're not doing that part about it, Dan. We're talking about the actress in the series. Don't give me your goddamn semantics right now.
Fucking one big hole in Dan's asshole, real quick.
No, that's all I'm not
Well,
talking
if
about-
Dan would have got all the prep he needed from the goddamn show, he'd be ready.
I'm talking Jennifer Tilly in the show. The actress, yes, more of her. That's fine.
It's gonna be fucking our.
What? Now I'm so confused.
It's gonna be our 10,000 subscriber video. Is just me fucking making one big hole with the dildo from fucking Satanic Hispanics on Dan's ass.
Damn.
It looks like we're gonna hit episode 1,000 probably early November now.
I said thousands or 10,000 subs, not episodes.
Well, no. I'm just saying that,
Okay.
just letting you guys know. We're
We'll
getting
have to do
close.
something for 2K. I don't know what, but yeah, I don't know what would make the
Something
most
Y2K related. Let's do that.
sense.
No.
Y2K.
2K.
Well, our next big show is our 1,000th episode, Dan. Thanks for just like killing the focus on that and moving to something else.
We'll have the 1,000 celebration as well. What do you guys want out there? What do you think would make sense for 1,000?
Yeah, you can throw it ideas.
Dan free.
Gold star, 1 free month of Patreon membership for that guy.
special guest interview for Ruza Balk.
Deal.
We'll start trying.
You'd be so
Alright.
nervous if I was on there, dude.
If we're doing political humor, I would be Mitch McConnell the whole time. That would just be me the whole time. I don't think I could form words. But yeah. So ugh.
I had a
Well-
buddy who did that with Sonny. I'd like to remind him that now. He couldn't speak when he was in her presence. And he hated her. That was the funniest part, too.
Did he
Was
take
it just so
one
much
of-
rage? Like,
It was just
choked
like,
down.
no, like he was just in awe of the beauty sitting in front of him.
That
we
does
got
happen.
funny news today. Did you guys catch it?
Oh, I did not. She free?
So her
OnlyFans
minimum,
open up again.
the minimum sentence that she will get. Now I don't know if this can get out early, but minimum sentence is 10.5 years. Maximum is 28 years.
Did she kill someone?
Yeah, she killed
Okay.
someone. Yeah,
Manslaughter, I believe.
I was going to say vehicular manslaughter.
and driving.
Her
after
car
the
did it.
License was already terminated.
Death by
So-
drunk.
Intoxicated.
Yeah, she's at least 10.5, and I don't think you can get out early. So it could be 28. in which
You can
case-
get out early on pretty much anything.
Dude, Todd, when she gets out, you and me, dude, fucking 12-pack of hot dogs, we'll just start chucking at her fucking
Yeah.
right when she gets
I'm gonna
out.
start writing her in prison.
You want to be pen pals?
I will
No,
lay
it's
the
fine.
groundwork.
Be like, hey,
Call-
motherfucker, I remember when you stole my hot dog.
I was
you
gonna
son of
say
a
something that
bitch."
was gonna make.
I don't
If
know
you fucking say something about pickaxe again, you son of a bitch.
Oh, it wasn't. I was
Okay.
gonna tell her to call me Canzino.
Call you what?
Okay.
Call you what?
Candido.
Candido.
I mean, that's not gonna make me mad.
Okay.
I love Chris Candido, but
That's what I'm saying. There was a 50-50 on that. You could have, if Dan said it, you would have been pissed.
no, he's like in the Benoit thing. I love Benoit, but I get it.
Well, they're a little different. I hope.
Talent wise, it's like,
But if
Sonny's more like Benoit
Candido
now.
would have done it, then maybe.
Dude,
That's
if
what I'm
Candido
saying
would have
with
done it,
Benoit.
there would have been no fucking hate at all. Oh my god! All right. Well, before I fucking dig
Before we
myself a
start talking
deeper
about
hole
Jada.
and lose more fucking bookings in wrestling,
Sign us off, Dan.
I already can't get booked for shit, and I'm fucking over here defending Chris Benoit. And saying, I should have took her out.
New gimmick.
On a date, though. He just took her out on a date for YouTube purposes.
Exactly.
on a date. On a date.
Should have took her on the fucking date. right in front of the bridge.
Oh my god! I can't, Kruger. You need to come from under the ring to Chris Benoit's music and just strangle the fuck.
Oh, can you imagine? Okay, now, God damn it, I'm gonna finish. No, you don't have to do that. You just have a
Remix
match.
it a little bit. Like
No,
give it,
no,
like,
no,
Straight
no.
up, just have
No,
a
you-
match,
Oh, God.
and like you just see an arm come out from the bottom of the ring.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. No, so like it
Into the
needs to
Benoit
be.
music.
No, you need to do the.
Yeah, I know that one.
And then my fucking hand just goes through the fucking ring. Drag somebody and fucking. Oh my God, that needs to fucking happen. XPW, that's a place that can happen too. There you go.
what if like first you have like the chant from Chucky, like Numbala, and then it's just like you cut to black, and then like you got like a Benoit lookalike in the ring.
So, Dan,
So you just cut me out of the whole fucking thing.
No.
You wonder why I fucking hate you.
You could be a Benoit lookalike depending on the angle. Make it work. God damn it! I wasn't cutting you out.
Motherfucker, I am way too fat for that shit. You kidding me? I know I've lost some weight, but Jesus Christ.
Well, Benoit's jacked. I mean, he's not a
Dude,
small
Benoit
guy.
was like fucking like 250 of just fucking all the tea you could put in your body.
Chris Benoit, like I don't even think he had blood left in him. It was all like
It was just testosterone and fucking anabolic, bro.
Maybe some Red Bull, like that's all that was in him. There was no like blood flowing through Benoit. It was just all like fucking like roids and.
We're entering dangerous territory.
Yeah. We need to get out of the Benoit talk.
Go home.
all
All
right.
right, on that
Get
ridiculous
the go home chair,
note,
brother.
I know. I got like all these notes on 2 different napkins. I got to remember. I better take a fucking picture so I don't like blow my nose on this shit.
Good. Watch XPW, stream XPW.
Yes.
and pick
Brand
up
new
the
episodes
Blu-rays.
of classic XPW TV. And as Dan was about to say, go buy the goddamn Blu-rays. There's California and Rebirth. Go buy them both because
Flesh Wound produced.
that's goddamn right.
From Flesh Wound Features. And there you go. And on that note, guys, we will see you back here soon. We got a Creep Show review coming for season 4.
We're not going to feel the next 50 minutes.
Oh, we can. I can talk more about
No,
my
please,
Chucky
God,
business.
please, no.
So you got
Keep
Bruce
rapping.
Campbell is biting.
No.
I'm just going to hit the button, Dan. You better
Yeah. Subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. Subscribe to our Flesh Wound Gaming YouTube channel. I know I haven't been very active on there the last couple weeks, but I promise I will change that soon. Just been busy. And fucking all our links are in the description. Our Discord, our Twitter, everything. Don't we even have one of those fucking threads?
It's on the list. We
even
it
got
on.
a fucking threads that nobody is on. So
I
go.
posted on that shit today.
Well, good man. Go subscribe to our shit. Fucking subscribe to our other YouTube channels. Join the Discord. Join the Patreon. Starts at just $1. Patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. I'm gonna fucking get us out of here before Dan pisses me off even more.
What do we need Dan for now?
Right?
Dan,
I'll see you
say
in
goodnight.
Disneyland.
No, we're not. Oh,
Say-
I'm all
say-
confused.
Dan's mad because I took his shtick, so he's just giving you the.
I don't know.
I
Say
don't have to do it. I'm cool.
Well,
I
say
did
your
that.
fucking outro then, you son of a bitch.
say goodnight, Dan.
Good night, guys.
Good evening.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
I'll see you in Disneyland.